Hey, Assalamu alaikum. So this is part 2 of the previous video where I spoke a little bit about how you can get a investment license here in Saudi. Wallahi. Okay, so the more formal I'm making it, the more difficult, the more unnatural I feel. So the previous video, I just made it on my mobile phone and it was so natural. But right now I have this professional setup and I feel so not natural. So I'll try to be very natural as possible. So information can flow and the message that I want to convey goes directly to your heart. Okay, so in the previous video, actually, I mentioned how you can get an investment visa. I know not all the steps were mentioned there, and I received a lot of questions. And one of the many questions that I'm going to cover in this video is: do you really not need a Saudi or a local if you are starting a foreign company in Saudi Arabia? So I'm going to there are two answers. So there's a long one and then a short one. Okay, a short one, if you want to hear, yes, you do need a local, and please wait for the long run. Don't get demotivated. So for the long run, for the license itself, for the investment license, you do not need anyone except yourself. Okay, you do need a couple of requirements, a couple of documents that the ministry will ask you, but you don't need a local. And in order to issue the CR, you don't need a local. In order to issue a lot of things, for example, a Baladia license and whatnot. So you don't need a local. But when you transfer your sponsorship, and when you're transferring your sponsorship, you have to deal with Ministry of Labor. So this is Ministry of Labor's requirement, and I was stuck in this process for so long because my argument was, why do we need a local in that? But it makes sense if you look at the Ministry of Labor laws. So Ministry of Labor requires, the Nakatat system, the point system that we have, red, green, yellow. So for any company or muassasa, in order to have a foreigner, and even though you're the owner of the company, but now you're assigning yourself as an employee, right? So it doesn't give you an exemption in Ministry of in the eyes of Ministry of Labor. So you're the owner and you own the company, but now you're deciding to also assign yourself as the general manager. So you're becoming, even though you're the owner, but now you're also technically becoming the employee of your own company. And I know it sounds weird, like it's in a circle, like you're eating your own tail. But yeah, this happens everywhere around the globe. So owners are separate than the business. Okay, and let's say if you have a huge corporation outside, and we have board of directors which are actually among the owners or shareholders, and then they decide who will be the CEO or managing director, and it could be one of the owners, all right, because he is competent. In your case, since it's a single person a company, so you're the owner, you have two options. So either you assign someone, it could be a foreigner or it could be a local, to be the general manager of your company, or you assign yourself as a general manager of your company. And since you are a foreigner, so the Ministry of Labor laws do apply here. And when you transfer your sponsorship, you do need to have a local in order to be in the green zone for the, I believe, the Nakatat system. Yeah. And yeah, I hope this answers your question. Now, but for the most part, like for the CR, for the license, for other stuff, except the Ministry of Labor part, this one, the transfer of sponsorship, you don't need a local person. And that local person can be is actually your employee. Okay, it's your first employee. So what this Ministry of Labor law dictates here for foreign companies, and it might change, I'm not sure, but currently this is how I went through it. So I had to hire a local person, a Saudi national, to be my first employee here. And yeah, so this is it. And so yeah, if you're going towards an foreign investment license, make sure that you know about this, because I was quite surprised. I didn't know. I was not, and technically speaking, everybody told me that, okay, you don't need a local person, the company will belong to you. But nobody told me about the Ministry of Labor part. And you will only know it once you reach this point, once you will transfer your sponsorship from your previous employer to your current new employer, which is your own company. So I hope this video helps, and please send me your questions in the comment section, and share this video if you think it will be beneficial to others. And Yeah, your questions are amazing. And based on your questions, I'm going to make more videos, inshallah. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.